alongside Buddy Tarbot and live on 98.7 The Coast with a live video stream at coastsportstoday.com. And we have the annual Anchor Bowl football game between Middle Township and Lower Cape May. These teams ending their season here this evening with this Thanksgiving Eve football game. And besides the regular pageantry and drama that goes around the Anchor Bowl when these two teams get together, this game also is for a division championship. Middle Township and Lower Cape May both come into this game undefeated in West Jersey Football League United Division play. They've both won their first 4 games, and they close out division play this evening, and the winner of this game will win that division. And it's been a long time since either of these programs has won a division title. Lower Cape May is back in the old Cape Atlantic League before the Cape Atlantic League for football basically disbanded and everyone went to the West Jersey Football League a few years ago. Lower Cape May's last outright title in the Cape Atlantic League came in the National Conference in 1980. They also shared the 1982 National Conference title with St. Joe. For Middle Township, you got to go back even farther. Their last outright division or conference championship came in 1959. And Buddy Tarbot, and I believe, was on hand for that game. We'll get a full report momentarily.
Middle actually at the 1980 game.
Yeah, I'm sure
I was.
I'm sure you were. And Middle also shared titles in 1964 with Mainland and 1969 with Hamilton. So Middle hasn't won a championship since Rocco Sansone was probably in diapers or something close to that anyway. So, and Middle Township coming in at 7-2 overall. And this is the 7th 7-win season in program history. They have never had an 8-win season. So if Middle wins this game tonight, it'll be their first ever 8-win season in program history. And it's a program that dates back to the 1920s. So basically they've been playing for 100 years and have never had an 8-win season. So and Lower Cape May comes in at 5-4 overall. They're looking to win 6 games for the first time in 3 seasons. They went 6-4 in 2018. So there's some of your build-up in terms of the division. And in terms of the Anchor Bowl itself, Middle leads this series 16-9 since it was moved to Thanksgiving Day in 1996. Overall, they lead it with 62 wins. Lower Cape May has 37 wins. There have been 4 ties. Those were the days before overtime. This series first began way back in 1922, but they've been playing every season since 1948. More recently, Middle's won 8 of the last 9, including a 28-7 win at home last year. The last win by Lower Cape May came in 2017. So there's some of your history going on with what's at stake with the division and with the Anchor Bowl. So it should be an outstanding football game tonight. It's actually a really nice night considering the time of year. That breeze we had earlier in the day has died off. Obviously, it's chilly. It is late November, but it is great football weather here at Stephen Stegner Memorial Field.
One thing we cannot complain about is the way the football season rolled this entire fall. I mean, we had weather that was just absolutely.
We've had years where we've done 3 or 4 games and they've played in driving rainstorms, but you're right,
yes,
buddy. This year has been excellent in terms of the weather for our broadcast
and
schedule.
Brian, in talking with Coach Lance Bailey prior to the game, Lower Cape May, I mean, obviously both of these teams are coming out here with what you just talked about. Very, very psyched up, very excited with this opportunity to win a division championship. And for Lower, going back to an outright championship was back in 1980, and obviously Middle back to 69. So both of these squads, they come out, they got some really dynamic players. Lower Cape May is led by Marcus Hebron. He has rushed for 900 yards on 150 carries. He has 6 touchdowns. And, after that, he's Aiden McCarrier. He has 226 yards, 2 touchdowns. But Hunter Ray, the quarterback, he's carried it 28 times for 157 yards, but he has also scored 5 touchdowns. So the one thing that's going to really hurt Lower Cape May tonight on both sides of the ball is Mikey Castellano is out with a torn ACL.
Yeah, he got hurt in that Bordentown game we did on a Saturday about a month ago, and even though Lower played another game after that, Castellano is actually still the team's leading tackler. So they certainly on defense they'll miss him big time. He had 68 tackles on the season and didn't play in the previous game, obviously because of the injury.
And he's had a couple interceptions as well. I mean, he does a great job from that defensive back position, and then he gives them another threat offensively, as a wide receiver. The Middle Township Panthers, they come into this contest, and, man, do they have some weapons. I mean, you start off, you look at the numbers that the senior quarterback, Brett Knabb, has put up. He's thrown for 797 yards, and he's also rushed for 415 yards. He's rushed for 7 touchdowns, and he has thrown for 13 touchdowns. So, Brett Knabb really brings a lot of diversity to the Middle Township offense, and he's backed up by David Julian. Julian has rushed for 608 yards and 6 touchdowns. And then right after him, as I had mentioned, then we have that outstanding freshman, Remy Rodriguez, who's carried 41 times for 368 yards, and he scored 5 touchdowns, including that one incredible return that we saw. We were fortunate to be covering that game when he ran the ball back at another time when he popped out for that 80-yard run as well. I mean, his speed is absolutely outstanding. So, Middle Township brings a lot of firepower.
Yeah, and then, of course, in the passing game as well, Michael Zarfati, one of the best receivers in this division, 18 catches, 420 yards. He has 6 touchdowns. High school football on the coast brought to you by Lucky Bones. In Cape May, they proudly support all of the athletes in the area. Stop in Lucky Bones for great food with great friends. Lucky Bones at the foot of the bridge in Cape May. Crest Savings Bank is a proud sponsor of local sports, banking since 1919 with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. Visit CrestSavings.com. Hemingway's at the Grand in Cape May is the locals' favorite restaurant for lunch or dinner. That's Hemingway's, oceanfront on Beach Avenue in Cape May. You can follow them on Facebook. And, of course, our live video stream is brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance for all of your appliance repair needs, serving the northern part of Cape May County. Give them a call, 609-399-4398. The teams are coming onto the field. You may have heard some boos in the background. That's the Lower Cape May student section booing the Middle Township team. Lower Cape May coming on now, and they are getting, of course, the cheer from the home side. Lower Cape May is actually wearing their military-style uniforms. That's the military jerseys that they wore on that military appreciation night. And
well, clearly, Brian, Lower Cape May, they want to let everybody know that they're on a mission here tonight. And that mission is to win this division championship.
So Lower Cape May has those military jerseys, a little camouflage on the shoulders. Otherwise, it's black jerseys with black pants, trimmed in blue and white. The helmets are black, trimmed in blue and white. Middle Township's wearing the all-white uniforms trimmed in orange, and they have the black helmets trimmed in orange. Lance Bailey is Lower Cape May's coach, and Frank Rigatano, of course, leading Middle Township. And always adding a little twist to this rivalry is that Frank Rigatano, Middle's coach, is a Lower Cape May graduate. So he graduated from Lower Cape May in 1979, and he was an outstanding football player here. And Lower had some really good teams back then in the late 70s and early 80s, back when Bill Garrison was the head coach. So the captains are out for each team. And we'll see what they do with the coin flip here as the captains meet at midfield. Another game involving a Cape May County team is set for tomorrow. Ocean City hosts Pleasantville at 10 a.m. Ocean City looking to finish off one of a great season for them. They did lose that sectional title game to Millville, but it's their only loss of the season, and they are a heavy favorite tomorrow against Pleasantville. So the Raiders looking to finish off an outstanding season tomorrow morning at 10. And, of course, if you're not familiar, this is called the Anchor Bowl because the original trophy was actually an anchor from Bill Garrison's father's boat that was mounted onto basically a wooden plaque. That kind of got beat up over the years, so there is a new anchor trophy, but that's why this was dubbed the Anchor Bowl when they first moved this game to Thanksgiving. There were some previous Thanksgiving matchups, but it's been played every year since 1996 on Thanksgiving. Middle has won the toss and deferred, so Lower Cape May will get the football to start tonight's game, and Middle Township will have the ball for the second half. Lower Cape May will be receiving from the east end zone and moving toward the west here at Steven Steger Memorial Field. Nice crowd on hand tonight. Not the largest we've seen, but we're still a couple minutes away from game time. So we'll have sure to have a larger crowd as we get moving. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout as they play the national anthem. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. We are underway at Lower Cape May. The kick from Jerome Licata goes deep, and Lower Cape May returns it out to about the 25-yard line, and it was Archie Lawler on the return. So Lower will start there. Buddy mentioned at the top that Marcus Hebron comes into tonight's game needing 100 yards to reach 1,000 for the season. I think, needless to say, buddy, Lower Cape May will probably need Hebron to reach 1,000 yards to have a chance in this football game. Here's Lower Cape May, 1st and 10 at their own 25. Hunter Ray at the quarterback position. 2 backs in the backfield. And we have a whistle. And I believe, yes, it is a illegal procedure penalty on Lower Cape May. So not a good start there for the Tigers. And it'll be 1st and 15 as the ball's backed up to their own 20. No score. We're just 7 seconds in. This will be the first offensive play of the game here from the 20-yard line of Lower Cape May.
Well, obviously not the way Coach Lance Bailey wanted his Lower Cape May squad to start off.
3 wide receivers and a wingback. That wingback is Lawler. He goes in motion. They toss it out to him. This will be a running play as it was a backwards pass. And Lawler has about 13 yards on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and short. We'll call that a running play because it was a backward pass.
Running play.
Mark it up at the 33, so it is a gain of 13.
And Lawler has about
Cape May.
13 yards
Lawler
on
has actually
that
run
play.
the ball coming into the game 4 times for 85 yards this year. So the times he has run it, they've all pretty much been big plays. This time Hunter Ray goes into the shotgun. He hands it off to Hebron. He's got the first down. Tackled by Dave Julian, who leads middle in tackles. But he's up across the 35 to the 36. It's a gain of 3 and a first down. So they overcome the penalty that started their possession. A big run by Lawler and a 3-yard gain by Hebron gives Lower a first down at their own 36.
Well, Brian, that's the way you overcome that initial mistake. You know, stay positive. And bang, they do. 2 plays, and they pick up the first down.
Shotgun again for Ray. He's back to pass for the first time. He's throwing deep, and it is intercepted. And I don't know if he got hit as he threw it, but the ball came out of his hands funny. And the interception, I believe, was by Brett Knabb, the safety.
Ray's back to pass for the first time. He's throwing deep.
Yeah, that was
And
definitely
it is intercepted.
He may have been hit as he threw it, buddy. And Middle will have it right at the 50 to start their first possession. So looked like a positive start for Lower Cape May, and then they turn it over on their first passing attempt. And now Middle Township, and they come out in a wing T formation here. They hand it off to Julian, and he picks up 5. That's exactly what he does. He breaks tackles, and he finishes moving forward. And he's one of those kids that will just get 4, 5, 6 yards a carry. Middle comes into the game averaging over 7 yards a carry on the season. And they actually average 195 yards a game on the ground. So as dynamic as Knabb has been through the air, they really get it done on the ground. Here's a reverse in the backfield, and Remy Rodriguez has all kinds of room on the far sideline, and he has a first down close to the Lower Cape May 30-yard line. It's a gain of 14.
Here's a reverse in the backfield.
You know, Rodriguez is an outstanding.
And Remy Rodriguez
he show his speed right there.
So it's down to the 31. No score in the game. 9:55 to go, first quarter. Glad you could join us on 98.7 The Coast, the live video stream on Coast Sports Today, as well as some various YouTube and Facebook outlets. Knabb, pass is tipped and intercepted. Tipped and intercepted. It was a little swing pass, and what a play by Archie Lawler. Comes down with the interception.
Facebook outlets.
And he goes down. He tipped it forward and then dove and came up with the football at the 45-yard line.
And intercepted.
And as Brian called it, right there, Archie Lawler just showing his great athletic ability. And, man, is that a way to answer when you turn the football over the way Lower did, and then they come back and turn the Panthers over.
Each team's first passing attempt results in an interception. So here's Lower Cape May with the ball. They hand it off to Hebron. Hebron bangs into the line, and he picks up maybe a yard. Maurice Matthews in there on the stop.
Yeah, we'll call that second down and 9:30 to play here in the first quarter. It's Lower Cape May hosting Middle Township, and they're playing for the West Jersey Football League United Division title.
2nd and 9 for Lower Cape May. Ray goes up under center again. Fakes a handoff. He's going to throw. Throws it out in the flat, and it's too high.
Yeah, he sailed that one over his freshman wide receiver, Thomas.
Yeah, Braswell Thomas.
I don't care how high you jump.
Yeah, he leads Lower with 19 receptions, 286 yards on the season, but he couldn't climb up to get that one. And he was open. That would have been a nice 6 or 7. That would have been at least a nice 6 or 7 yard gain. So now it's 3rd down and 9. They fake another handoff. Ray rolls to the right here. Now he wants to run, and now he throws, and I believe that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mike Cronin. Cronin, a diving effort, but the ball was thrown low, and it'll be a punting situation now for Lower Cape May. And ladies and gentlemen, Dave Weinberg is here, and he's not wearing those pink shorts that he had on last time. Well, that's right. How do we know? 4th and 9 for Lower Cape May at their own 44. They're going to punt after Dave ran into all those usual traffic problems this time of year in the Irma area. That's why he showed up a little bit late. And the punt is away. It's high but pretty short. Takes a Lower Cape May bounce. It's going to go down inside the 25. Ends up being a pretty effective punt. Will be down to the 22.
Yeah, that was that ball took an excellent bounce for Lower Cape May, and as Brian just said, it was touched down at the 22-yard line.
That was Jackson Brown with the effective punt there.
Yeah, Jackson Brown that time, I mean, as Brian said, it was a short kick, but it was high, and it was definitely in tune with the turf.
I was waiting for you to drop in a song. I know you couldn't think of one, so you just used the generic in tune. 1st and 10 for Middle Township. Here's a handoff, and it was Isaiah Carr wing, and he picked up about 3 up to the 20, just across the 25, maybe to the 26. So call it a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and a long 6. Remember, according to Buddy Tarbot, that's a short 8. Long 6.
It depends what field we're on.
I believe that was invented right here in this press box. Here's Nab under center here on 2nd down and 6. Hands off to Rodriguez, trying to sweep the left side, turns the corner, has a 1st down and more, and he's up out of bounds up around the 35 or just past the 35. And actually, they're going to mark it up to the 40.
Well, that's basically
it's a 14-yard gain.
The only thing that stopped him, Brian, was the sideline. I mean, if he didn't run out of if he didn't run out of field on the right side of the line, he was on his way. Again, he's just showing that outstanding speed.
No score, exactly 8 minutes to play first quarter. Both teams traded turnovers, interceptions on their first 2 possessions. So this is the middle second possession of the game. And we're going to have, I believe, a penalty called on Adrian LeBoy. He was in motion, and it looked from here like he turned upfield a little early, and that's going to deaden the play, and it'll be a 5-yard penalty. That's first penalty on Middle Township. We'll move them back, and it's 1st and 15 back at the 35. Packed house in the press box tonight, buddy. Anybody who's anybody is here.
And then some.
And then some. Yeah.
There's people here that aren't anybody.
including the two of us. Here's
Yeah.
a handoff inside, and Julian picks up about 5 up to the 40. And this is what Middle Township does, though. They try to establish that fullback game with Julian, and then they try to spring kids like Rodriguez and Carr Wing on the outside.
Well, he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10. 7:30 to play here in the first quarter. We have no score in beautiful downtown Irma.
Players shuffling around for Middle Township. Now they're set as Nab's in the shotgun. He hands off to Rodriguez, who's going to try to turn the corner on the left side. Tries to slip a tackle, gets a nice gain, but he is a couple of yards short of the first down.
But again,
And it's going to be a gain of about 8.
Yes. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. The ball on the Middle Township 48-yard line. They got to get across the 50 for the first down. And Middle Township, Brian, they're really working the left side.
Yes.
They're using the left side of their offensive line, attacking the right side of Lower Cape May's defense.
Nab comes up under center this time. He fakes a handoff to Julian, keeps it himself, and has enough for a first down. He picked up about 3. And Brett Nab can really run the football from the quarterback position. That was his first carry tonight. And a gain of 3 and a first down into Lower Cape May territory at the 49.
Yeah, as we had said prior, Brett Nab, he's rushed for 415 yards and 7 touchdowns. So that's an impressive to go along with his 797 yards passing.
Shotgun formation here. Nab takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself again across the left side. And he steps out of bounds after a gain of about 5. And, expanding on your point, buddy, Lower Cape May is going to have to make some kind of an adjustment on the right side of its defense because Middle is really attacking that area. 2nd down and 5, ball at the 44 of Lower Cape May. 5:51 to go, first quarter, no score here at the Anchor Bowl, and the crowd is really filled in nicely. The visiting stands are about 80% full, and we've got a nice crowd over here on the near side as well. They hand off to Rodriguez, and he's tripped up after a gain of 2 or 3. To bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, we'll call that a 3-yard gain.
Coach Frank Rigitano of Middle is very high on Remy Rodriguez, just a freshman. The one thing about this Middle team is, Nab and Julian are stars. Matt Freem, a real good role player. They are the only seniors on this team. And Middle also only has 4 or 5 juniors. This is a sophomore and freshman-dominated team. So this is a program that could really have big things ahead of it. Nab dives forward on a quarterback keeper. He's going to have the first down.
Now it's going to be a 3-yard pickup. So the officials are going to spot the football on the Lower Cape May 38-yard line. So Middle Township right now, Brian, putting a nice drive together that started on their own 22-yard line. Taking time off the clock.
4:40 to go, first quarter. We are scoreless. 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff to LeBoy. He's going to try the left side. And this time, Lower Cape May stops them for a short gain. LeBoy picks up 2 or 3, call it a gain of 2 down to the 36. And nice to see, buddy. As it's been all year, Lower Cape May, a real nice student section. They got probably 75 or 100 kids in their student section over here.
Well, you got to give them the
left.
Lower Cape May student body really has stepped up. They do the same thing, not only for this football team at home games, but last year, or I should say the year before, pre-COVID, they had a great student section for their basketball games.
Handoff to Rodriguez, and he's still on his feet and finally taken down at about the 30. And that'll be a gain of 7, 6 or 7. And
Marco Salgado, a sophomore offensive lineman, was really doing a good job in pushing people, blocking people out of the way.
so it's 3rd and about 2. Maybe a yard and a half. Ball's right at the 30-yard line. 3:15 to go first quarter. No score here in the Anchor Bowl. Winner wins the United Division in the West Jersey Football League. Handoff to Julian. Julian has the first down and more, and he's finally dragged down at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
So far, David Julian, Brian, he's carried the football 3 times for 15 yards. Each run, each touch was a 5 yards and a cloud of dirt.
So now it's 1st and 10 at the Lower Cape May 25-yard line. And Middle has done this drive exclusively on the ground. Here's a handoff to Rodriguez, going left side, turns the corner, sticks his head down, and he's up close to another first down. He might be just short. Down close to the 15-yard line.
The one
I'm
time,
going to say it's a gain of 9, buddy. Sorry.
the one time that they ran left, Brian, which LeBoy only picked up 2, they brought him all the way from the right side. But when they do the quick handoff to the left side, that's when they catch Lower Cape May back on their heels a little bit.
Nab hands it inside, and Julian picks up a yard, and that's all he needed for the first down.
And they're going to move the chains.
That'll take it down to the 15-yard line. And this is coming up here, buddy, is the 14th play of the drive for Middle Township. They are now at the Lower Cape May 15. Nab will run left again, sticks his head down inside the 10-yard line, and is out of bounds at the 7.
And again, right now, Middle Township with the momentum, just doing a great job dominating the line. Their offensive line is just outstanding right here so far in this first quarter. 1:15 to play, and it is a second down, and we'll call it 2.
Middle Township's going to call a timeout, something Frank Rigatano didn't like. Calls a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Brought to you by the Surety Title Company. Surety Title and John Linnington are proud to sponsor Middle Township Sports for all of your title needs. Give them a call at 609-846-9700. Surety Title has the pulse of your community. And here we go on 2nd down and 2 from the 7. Here's a handoff inside to Julian. He has the first down and is now down inside the 5 to about the 3. Gain of about 4. And it's now 1st and goal at the 3. So Middle looking to put the first points on the board in this game with inside a minute to go in the first quarter. Here's Nab. Hands to Rodriguez, picking his way through, and he can't get to the end zone. He maybe picked up a half a yard, possibly only got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that time Lower Cape May did a good job defensively of clogging that left side of the field where Middle's had a lot of success.
I don't know if Middle's run to the right yet, buddy. If everything's been up the middle or to the left. Second down and goal from the 3. This could be the final play of the quarter. 10 seconds to go. Nabs, they hand, and we have a late flag coming in. Nab keeps it himself and runs into the end zone, and this is a hold, and it'll come back. So negate the touchdown for Brett Nab.
I'll tell you what, and Brett Nab was there was nobody from Lower Cape May close to him to make a play. So obviously if there was a holding penalty, that was one reason. It's going to put the ball back on the 13-yard line. And from there to be second down and goal.
That does stop the clock, the penalty. So this will be the final play of the quarter here. Second and goal, as Buddy said, from the 13-yard line of Lower Cape May. Yeah, Nab had no one near him, and maybe part of the reason for that was because of a hold. But that I think 2 or 3 of the officials threw the flag, so they must have been pretty obvious. Here's a toss. Remy Rodriguez trying to turn the corner on the left side at the 10. Cuts it across the 5, and he probably gets back to that original line of scrimmage on the last play of the first quarter. No score, but Middle Township's knocking on the door. And we'll be back with the start of the second quarter right after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. Brought to you by Finn's, the premier restaurant in Cape May. They're open year-round. When you're hungry, go to the place with the Art Deco look. That's Finn's on Decatur Street and the Washington Street Mall. Be sure to stop at Figgy Tech for all of your technology troubles. Figgy Tech is conveniently located in Rio Grande on Route 47. Call 609-849-0495 today. The Borough of Avalon, cooler by a mile for concerts, special events, sports camps, and more. Log on to visitavalonborough.net. So here we are it'll be a third down and goal from the 3 for Middle Township here. No score at the end of the first quarter. And Nab will go up under center. Backs are in the eye here. You don't see Middle do this that often. They hand it off to Rodriguez, breaks one tackle. He's up close to the goal line, but they're going to say he's short. So Rodriguez picks up 2, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. And Middle Township keeps its offense on the field. And this might have quarterback sneak written all over it. You're either going to sneak with Nab or you're going to hand it off to Julian, your fullback here. See if Middle can punch it in on 4th and goal. Huge play. Early stages, second quarter here, no score. Nab under center. Oh, we have a flag. No, we do not have a flag. We had a whistle, no flag. A timeout has been called by Lower Cape May. So timeout on the field. We'll be back with this 4th and goal from the 1 right after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. High school football on the coast brought to you by the Ermin Deli. They're the place to go for great sandwiches, pizza, and much more. Here we have this 4th down play here as Middle's out of the timeout quickly. Nab keeps it, and he's pushing, and he fumbled the football. There was no indication that he was in the end zone. We have a fumble. Let's see what we have. Lower Cape May is celebrating, and they're going to say first down Caper Tigers. Nab did not get into the end zone. He fumbled it on 4th and goal from the 1.
He fumbled the
What a stop
football.
for the Lower Cape May defense. I mean, obviously, it made that timeout that was called by Coach Bailey for Lower Cape May to make sure everybody was on the same page paid huge dividends.
Yeah, he was stopped initially, and then he kind of bounced to his left in a second effort to get into the end zone, and he had the ball knocked out of his hands, and Lower Cape May recovered it. I believe it was Archie Lawler who came up with it. Hunter Ray on a quarterback sneak to try to give him a little breathing room, and he doesn't get very far, and now there's a really stupid penalty on Middle Township, I believe. There was a Lower Cape May player down on his knees, and a middle player pushed him in his back. And now instead of having the ball at their own 1.5-yard line, this 15-yard penalty is going to move the ball out past the 15.
Yeah, that was absolutely, a player for the Panthers just not keeping his head. And wow, because Lower Cape May, I mean, that is a huge, huge pickup of 15 yards. And Brian, in that first quarter, Middle Township, they rushed the ball for 108 yards.
Yeah, and didn't score.
And did not score.
So
correct.
first down and 10 out of the 17 now following the penalty on Middle Township.
And
Ray is in the
Rodriguez-
shotgun here on 1st and 10. Takes the snap, he's back to pass, floats it out in the flat. They're going to say it was a forward pass. It's incomplete. It was close to being a backward pass, but once the ball hit the turf, the officials blew the whistle, so it was a forward incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10.
Hunter Ray now 0 for 4 in his passing attempts, including that interception that the Lower was fortunate to go and create a turnover on their defensive side to get the football back.
And we have a flag here, or a whistle here, and it looks like we have illegal procedure on Lower Cape May.
Yes, that's the indication from the sideline. 10:25 to play here in the second quarter, and we are scoreless. It's Middle Township, Lower Cape May.
Which is actually surprising, buddy. I actually thought that these teams would score some points tonight, and still a long way to go, but to be, and obviously that fumble by Middle Township prevented a score at the 1-yard line, but a little surprised to be scoreless here in the second quarter. Ray hands off. This is Hebron. Nice gain out to the 20.
Yeah,
Maybe the 21.
That was off a 2nd down and 15.
In the
Right.
second quarter.
It's a gain of 9.
Ray hands off. This is
And it'll bring up 3rd down and
Hebron.
6. Mind you that the live video stream brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance for all of your appliance repair needs. 399-4398. Ray in the shotgun here with an empty backfield, but he does have wing backs. He hands it off to one of those wing backs. It's Lawler. And he's going to just maybe gain a yard. He had to string that all the way out. Middle Township did a good job there, kind of pushing him further back in the backfield. Well, I'll call it a gain of 2, and it'll be 4th and 4, and Lower Cape May will send the punting unit on. And Jackson Brown will go deep, standing at his own 10-yard line. And deep for Middle to receive is Michael Zarfati. And he's the only deep man for Middle. Sometimes Middle will put 2 players up. Middle goes after this. It's a low kick. Ends up being kind of effective here, actually real effective, as it bounces about 20 yards downfield and will be downed at the Middle Township 36-yard line. So Middle will take over there, 1st and 10. I'll tell you again about the Irma Deli. They're the place to go for great sandwiches, pizza, and much more. And they are proud to support the football teams in tonight's game and wish them the best of luck. That's the Irma Deli on Breakwater Road in Irma next to the Cape May Airport. Middle will have it 1st and 10 at their own 36 here. And this will be their second possession of the second quarter. Their earlier one ended at the 1-yard line. A possession that started midway through the first quarter. They fumbled it on 4th and goal at the 1. Hand off to Julian. He's got big room through the middle. Sticks his head down and is finally taken down after a gain of about 7.
And that time he went off. He went through the right side. He went right through the guard and the tackle on the right side of that Middle Township offensive line. And as Brian said, it's a 7-yard pickup.
8:20 to go before halftime. No score. 2nd down and 3 for Middle Township at their own 43. Nab goes up under center. Julian and Rodriguez split in the backfield. They hand it to Julian again, and he got tripped up. He's close to the 1st down.
So he's got the 1st down. They're going to move the chains. So
So 1st and 10 at their own 46 now. If I was Lower Cape May, I would have been a little disappointed with that. I would have wanted a measurement there.
well, they gave him a healthy spot, very generous spot, and then that would negate needing to take that measurement.
This time Nab's in the shotgun. He's going to run it straight up the middle, and he's across midfield to the 49. That's a gain of 5. And while and give Lower Cape May credit, Middle's been able to move the ball up and down the field, buddy, but there hasn't been that big play yet. They've been getting 5, 7, 8 yards, but Lower's been limiting them, and they're telling them if you want to score, you're going to need 15, 16 plays to do it. Well, Middle Township couldn't do it last time on that long drive. On their last play on 4th and goal from the 1, they fumbled.
Well,
2nd down and 5 at the 49.
And obviously the guy you're looking for to break one is Remy Rodriguez.
Hands off to Julian. Breaks a tackle. Has a 1st down as he picks up about 6 down to the 43-yard line of Lower Cape May. So 6.5 to go before halftime. We are scoreless.
David Julian now with he had 20 yards rushing in that first quarter.
Dave Weinberg goes to those boxing matches up in Atlantic City a lot. I know they haven't been there much recently, but I wonder if he stopped at the Borgata and put any money on the under for this game. We're going to have another timeout here. Middle Township had something they didn't like. Timeout on the field. 6:05 to go before halftime. We're scoreless. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. The Mad Batter serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. The Mad Batter is considered the granddaddy of Cape May's fine restaurants and has received many critically acclaimed awards. That's the Mad Batter on Jackson Street in Cape May. 1st and 10 for Middle. Handoff to Adrian LeBoy, and he is spun down for no gain. And that was a nice play out there by Jeff Fincham, sophomore. And LeBoy actually lost a yard.
That was a very nice play by Fincham. He went. He had his eyes set on LeBoy's numbers and brings him down for that 1 yard loss.
2nd down and 11 from the Lower Cape May 44. 5.5 to go before halftime. We're scoreless. Fake a handoff. Nab throws out in the flat to Zarfati. Makes a move. Makes a man miss. He's inside the 35 and taken down at the 31. And he'll have a 1st down. That's a gain of about 12.
Fake a handoff.
That's the first
Nab
completion.
throws out in the flat to Zarfati. Makes a move. Makes a man miss.
He's
inside the 30.
1st and 10 for Middle at the Lower Cape May 31. Clock approaching 5 minutes to go in the first half. And
Now, Brian, that's the first completion for either team here in this first half.
thanks. I think I just said that, but I'm not sure.
Oh.
Handoff to Rodriguez. You're too busy doing all your stats that we never hear about. Rodriguez, big run here as he's inside the 25, and he picks up about 8.
Well, that was not just his second pass attempt because his first one was way back in the first quarter, which he threw for an interception.
Right, correct.
And obviously, Middle Township has just done an outstanding job running the football.
2nd down and 2 here for Middle. Ball at the 23-yard line of Lower Cape May. Handoff inside to Julian, and not much doing there. He picked up maybe 1 or 2. But he only needed 2 for the 1st down. Let's see where they mark it. And I think they're going to say he's short, so call it a gain of 1. And it'll be 3rd and 1 from the 22. 3:45 to go before halftime. And we still have no score here in the Anchor Bowl. Nab hands off to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez is taken down for a loss. Marcus Hebron was in there along with Sean Stoner.
Hands off to Rodriguez.
So it's 4th and 2.
And Rodriguez is taken down for.
And Middle will go for it. Jerome Licata is a good kicker, but on 4th and 1.5 or 2 at this place of the field, probably a good idea to go for it. We're inside 3 minutes to go before halftime, no score. Nab takes the snap, hands to Julian. He has the 1st down, and Moore still on his feet, and finally taken down at about the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 8.
And that time, Julian, he just got a full head of steam. His offensive line did a good job. They gave him a little seam, and Julian just plowed through it, taking the ball down to the Lower Cape May 15.
Kind of hard for us to keep time of possession, buddy, but Middle has owned the football in this game, but to this point, they have nothing to show for it. It's nothing. But it's 1st and 10 for Middle at the lower 15-yard line. Handoff again to Julian. Sticks his head down and picks up about 4. Taken down after down at about the 11. And 2nd down and 6 for Middle Township. At the 11 of Lower Cape May. Nab goes under center here, sends LeBoy in motion, hands it to LeBoy, trying the right side, and he is hit and brought down by Lawler. A good gain, but short of the 1st down.
Yeah, I believe probably he's going to be about 1 yard short. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. Yeah, or make that a 3rd and 2.
Ball's placed at the 7-yard line. So 3rd and 2 from the 7. Hand off to Julian. Pushing forward. And he's going to be close to that first down, but he could be short.
And we're at 50 seconds to play here in this first half. And the clock continues to wind down.
Middle Township's going to take its final timeout of the half. We'll take a 30-second break back after this, 98-7 the Coast. High school football on the Coast brought to you by Radzetta Funeral Home. They take pride in offering personalized service to each family. That's Radzetta Funeral Home on Hand Avenue in Cape May Courthouse. The Bellevue Tavern. Great food, great times, and great crab cakes are waiting for you. Enjoy Courthouse Casual, fine food and spirits since 1905. 4th down and 1 for Middle Township out of this timeout at the Lower Cape May 11-yard line. Hand off to Julian. He's got the first down, and there's no signal yet. Now it comes. He has the touchdown. 6-yard touchdown run by David Julian finally puts points on the board with 38 seconds to go before halftime as Middle leads at 6-0.
And again, that was just a very simple play. Give the ball to Julian. He goes right up the middle. And Lower Cape May cannot
at the
stop
Lower
him.
Cape May
Julian
11-yard line. Hand off to Jerome Licata on for the extra point. The first down, and Brett Knabb is his holder. Michael Zarfati, believe it or not, is the long snapper on field goals and extra points. A wide receiver. And we have a flag, and we have an illegal procedure penalty on Middle. That'll move it back 5 yards. The distance is not a problem for Licata. But obviously his window gets a little tighter as the extra point kick will now come from so it now becomes a 25-yard extra point try. Snap and a hold are good, and Licata's kick is also good. 7-0 Middle Township, 38 seconds to go before halftime. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 the Coast. Cooper Levinson, attorneys at law, are proud supporters of the community. Cooper Levinson believes in client service, corporate responsibility, and dedication to the community. That's Cooper Levinson. 1-800-529-3161. David Julian's 6-yard touchdown run. Jerome Licata's kick give Middle Township a 7-0 lead. Obviously the first score in this game with just 38 seconds to go before halftime. A big crowd on hand here, and again, division title in the United Division of the West Jersey Football League on the line here. Licata kicks it high and short, and it will bounce out of bounds. without being touched, so the clock did not start. And there's a lot of options here for Lower Cape May. I didn't see where it went out of bounds. They may take it at the spot where it went out.
Yeah, it looked like it went out around the 35-yard line.
So they are. It looks like Middle's going to. They're going to make Middle re-kick it here.
So it's a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, they'll move it back to the 35 now. Yeah, Lower's option there was to take it at the 35. As the kick did go inside the 35, but they're electing to have Middle kick it again. And I'm going to say that would not surprise me if Licata now squibs it, but we'll see. With 38 seconds to go in the half. Now he decides to kick it deep. And off a bounce is Archie Lawler. Eludes one tackle. Eludes another, still on his feet, finally taken down at the 31-yard line. So Lower will have it there, 1st and 10. Their own 31 with 29 seconds to go. A big touchdown for Middle in terms of obviously getting on the board first and taking the lead, but Middle will also receive the second half kickoff. So unless Lower can come up with a big play here that can either put it in field goal position or score a touchdown, Middle's going to have a 7-0 lead and then get the football to start the second half. They hand it inside to McCarraher, and he picks up about 4 before he is taken down by Matt Frame. And that might be the final play of the half. Middle can't stop the clock. Lower doesn't seem inclined to, so that's exactly what it'll be. So at the half, it is Middle Township 7, Lower Cape May nothing here at the 2021 Anchor Bowl here at Lower Cape May Regional High School. We're going to take a 4-minute timeout. We'll come back with the halftime report right after this on 98.7 The Coast. All right, we are back at the half. Brian Kniff with Buddy Tarbot here at the 2021 Anchor Bowl at Steven Steger Memorial Field. Big crowd on hand here at Steven Steger Memorial Field, and it is the host Caper Tigers of Lower Cape May trailing Middle Township 7-0. Middle got the only score of the game so far on a 6-yard run by David Julian with 38 seconds to go in the first half. And Middle had a long drive earlier in the half, and they actually fumbled the ball away on 4th and goal at the 1. And so Lower Cape May's defense held firm there, but they couldn't stop them the second time. And Middle has the 7-0 lead. That was a 13-play, 64-yard drive by Middle to take up about the second half of the almost the entire second half of the second quarter. They lead at 7-0, and Middle will also get the ball to start the second half, buddy.
Well, you know, Brian, you had mentioned it during that second quarter about time of possession, and Middle Township has simply dominated the time of possession in this football game. On that one drive when they ended up fumbling on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line, they had the ball for almost 7 minutes and 20 seconds and then came up empty. You know, and that obviously has proved to be the what Coach Frank Vigitano is going to want to continue to see his squad do. And in that first half, Middle ran 34 plays. Lower Cape May ran 10. 10 plays total, which they had 6 running plays and 4 passing plays. All were incomplete except for the interception. So Hunter Ray was 0 for 4 through the air and on the ground. Archie Lawler, he had 15 yards on 2 carries. Marcus Hebron had 13 yards on 3 carries. So Hebron, you know, obviously not only do they want to win the football game, but you know he's got his sights set on that 1,000 yards. Middle Township, on the other hand, you know, they ran the ball very, very well. They ran the ball for 150 total yards in that first half. They just had 12 yards through the air. It was that one completion from Nab to Zarfati. But in that first half, David Julian, he carried 12 times for 55 yards. Remy Rodriguez carried 10 times for 62 yards. And Nab carried 6 times for 24 yards. But they only have 7 points up on the board, you know, to show for all that offensive dominance that they were able to achieve in that first half.
7-0 Middle Township here at the half. 19th Hole Enterprises is a proud supporter of high school sports. They'd like to wish both the teams the best of luck in the Anchor Bowl. From landscaping to patios to house raising and more, 19th Hole Enterprises does it all. Give them a call at 609-522-7210. Bayshore Restaurant is proud to support Middle Township football. Bayshore Restaurant offers a family-friendly dining atmosphere with great signature dishes for lunch and dinner. Located on Route 9 in Ocean View, that's the Bayshore Restaurant. O'Connor Landscaping has been proudly serving Sea Isle and Avalon for more than 30 years. O'Connor Landscaping is proud to support all Middle Township High School athletics and says congratulations to the Middle football team on a great season. All right, so it is 7-0. Middle Township leading at the half over Lower Cape May. Middle Township is bidding for the first 8-win season in program history. They've never won 8 games in a season, so we'll see if they can finish that off in the second half. We're going to take a 3-minute break. We'll come back with more of the halftime report right after this on 98.7 The Coast. Back at Lower Cape May, high school football on the coast brought to you by Jersey Shore Kitchens. They're proud to support all Cape May County schools and athletes. Jersey Shore Kitchens has been proudly serving Cape May County for a quarter century now. Give them a call to turn your dreams into reality today. That's Jersey Shore Kitchens. The Township of Middle is proud to sponsor the Middle Township High School football team in tonight's Anchor Bowl. If your child wants to get involved in athletics, the Middle Township Recreation Department is a great place to start. Check them out on Facebook or log on to middletownship.com. Join the Lower Township Healthy Youth Coalition in finding ways to prevent underage drinking and substance misuse in Cape May County. Visit their website or contact Cape Assist and ask for the Lower Township Healthy Youth Coalition coordinator. The Lower Township GOP would like to wish the Lower Cape May Regional football team the best of luck in tonight's game. The Lower Township GOP is a proud supporter of high school sports. So it's 7-0. Middle Township leading Lower Cape May. And, buddy, as we're still at halftime here, gives us a chance to talk about what's coming up with our broadcast schedule, which is, hopefully we're back to normal, and we have a pretty ambitious broadcast schedule coming up for high school basketball. I believe we're at about 20 games during the regular season, plus, as always, we'll do the Cape Atlantic League Tri-County playoffs and the state tournament as well. So we're always looking forward to that. The first game will be opening nights, that third Friday in December.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, something that our high school basketball fans and listeners, circle this date on your calendar. December 12th, we're doing our preseason show, and It's going to be at the Mud Hen Brewery on Rio Grande Avenue in Wildwood. And I'll tell you what, we did it 2 years ago, pre-COVID, and the turnout was absolutely outstanding.
Yes.
All 6 high schools with all 12 teams showed up, participated on their scheduled times. The Mudhead did a fabulous job in putting out a assorted menu of special foods and whatnot. And the girls, the boys and the girls really had a good time. The players and the coaches had a good time. It was a great, great event. But anybody can show up and and be a part of that event.
Yeah, that'll be the high school tip-off show. We'll have that live on coastsportstoday.com as well as on 98.7 The Coast. That'll be Sunday, December 12th, as Buddy said, 4 to 7 p.m. at the Mud Hen Brewery. High school football on the coast brought to you by El Pueblo Taqueria in North Cape May. They serve the best authentic Mexican food made from only the freshest ingredients. Head on over for lunch or dinner and experience El Pueblo's family dining experience. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Stop by Geis's Market in the Villas for the best deli meats and sandwiches. Geis's Market has been proudly serving Lower Township for the better part of the past century. They are open daily, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So still a couple of minutes away from the second half here. Middle Township leading 7-0 in the Anchor Bowl. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Back at Lower Cape May, Brian Kniff with Buddy Tarbotton, Matt Ulmer on the live video stream on coastsportstoday.com. High school football on the coast brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance. For all of your appliance repair needs in Cape May County, 609-399-4398. If you are in need of an expert tax preparer, check out Bonner's Accounting. Bob takes the time to go over all your accounting needs and business concerns too. Bonner's Accounting, where the hometown people go when they're in need of tax advice and service. 609-886-8247, and I highly recommend Bonner's Accounting. Been doing my taxes for years, buddy. The money I make, though, it takes me about 3 minutes to do that paperwork. 7-0 Middle Township, leading Lower Cape May at the half. Here at the Anchor Bowl.
And I can relate to that.
Yeah. That's why we're all here working on Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah.
So it's been a great game so far. And Middle Township really, just by flow of the game, flow of play, has dominated. But Lower Cape May has forced Middle. Basically they've said, we're going to try to limit the big play. If you're going to score, we want you to take 14, 15 plays to do it. Now, Middle was able to do it late in the half, but they had an earlier drive end. I believe it was the 16th play of the drive, 4th and goal from the 1. They fumbled. But Middle does get the ball here to start the second half.
And like I had said during halftime, Brian, that was a drive. They had the football for almost 7.5 minutes and then failed to score.
Right.
So, again, this first possession is going to be very important for Lower Cape May.
Yeah, they need to get a stop, so they got the ball teed up. And Ogre Nunez squib kicks it, still bouncing around. It's loose. I think Lower Cape May says they have it. There's been no indication yet. There's actually just 2 players down there fighting for it. Now they're going to say it's Middle Township football.
Well, Middle Township caught a break there because nobody went for that football like they wanted it on the Middle Township side.
It was
guys were bending over at the waist.
It was Aiden McCarraher for Lower and Remy Rodriguez fighting for it for Middle, and Rodriguez won that battle. Initially, buddy, I thought McCarraher had the football, and I wonder if Rodriguez in the little scrum there stole it back. But Middle will have it 1st and 10 at their own 23 to start the second half here.
From our vantage point up here, I think that's exactly what happened. And again, Middle, their players just bent over at the waist, did not dive on the ball.
Julian runs, picks up about 2. And bring up 2nd and 8 for Middle Township, leading 7-0. Early stages, third quarter here at Lower Cape May Regional High School. For this time of year, a really beautiful night for high school football. It's easy for us to say that. We have a little bit of protection in the press box, but it is a nice night. That breeze from earlier today has died down. Another handoff inside. Julian still on his feet, up close to a first down.
And that time, Julian goes off the right side, and that is going to be very, very close.
They're going to say he's short, so give him a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Just outside the 32. They need about a half a yard for the first down.
So a big defensive play coming up right here for Lower Cape May. They would love nothing more than to get a stop here and put Middle Township in a punting situation.
Yeah, Middle Township's got to hurry up here. They're coming out of the huddle, and there's the flag. They did not get the play off, and it's going to be a delay of game on Middle, and that now is going to turn a 3rd and a half a yard to 3rd and 5.5, and that is a huge penalty. Look, the part of the issue there too is I don't know what wheel you're trying to invent there. I mean, it's third and short. Hand the ball to Julian and get your first down and move on. I mean, they have not stopped him for no gain all night. To me, I don't know what Middle Township was doing, taking so long, trying to figure out what play they were going to run on third and short. So now on 3rd and 5.5, we've got a little more work to do to get the first down. Nab this time's in the shotgun. Julian goes in motion, and now we have another flag, and it'll be illegal motion or legal procedure again on Middle Township. So they're going to go from 3rd and inches to 3rd and over 10.
Yeah, and again, just another discipline problem with the offense.
And
just anticipating and moving too early.
And if you're Lower Cape May, buddy, you have to get a stop on this play here. You absolutely have to. At 3rd and 10, deep in Middle's territory at the 22. If they stop them short, you're certainly going to force a punt. But if you're Lower, you got to get a stop here.
10:23 to go here in the third quarter.
Nab under center, hands it to Rodriguez, and he gets a nice gain, but he's still going to be about 3 or 4 yards short of the first down, and Middle Township will probably have to punt here.
Yeah, it's going to be about a 6-yard pickup. As Brian said, Rodriguez gets the ball to the 30-yard line, where it will be 4th down and 4.
Well, Middle a lot of times does not sub on punts. Nab, the quarterback, is their punter, so you don't know exactly what they're going to do here. But Nab is coming up to the line of scrimmage, and it looks like they're going to run a play here. He has the football. He is hit, and he is short. And Lower Cape May makes the stop, and they are going to have the ball 1st and 10 at the Middle Township 32-yard line.
Well, yes, not only did they they did not allow Nab any positive momentum at all. That Lower Cape May defense just said, hey.
Well, and here's the thing. If you're Middle Township, buddy, you may have had the attitude, you didn't move the football against us all first half, so if we're confident our defense will stop you if we don't get the first down. But a golden opportunity here for Lower. Hunter Ray fakes a handoff, throws it out in the flat. It is caught by Braswell Thomas. He's bumped out of bounds after a gain of about 4. Bring up 2nd and 6. Ball's inside the 30 to the 28, and believe that's the first completed pass.
Yes, it is.
By Lower Cape May.
Yep. He's now 1 for 5.
2nd and 6 at the Middle 28. 9 minutes to go, third quarter. Middle Township leading 7-0. Ray goes under center this time. Sends McCarraher in motion. They hand it to Hebron, and he gets nowhere as Middle Township's Marco Salgado blew that play up, and it's a loss of 2.
And again, Salgado, just a sophomore. And as Brian said, Salgado did a great job of just blowing that up and getting through and bringing Hebron down for that 2-yard loss.
All of Middle Township's defensive linemen and all but one of their offensive linemen are underclassmen. 3rd down and 8 now for Lower at the 30-yard line of Middle Township. They trail 7-0. Fake a pass throw over the middle. It's caught by Lawler, and he's right around the first down marker. I think his forward momentum is going to give it to him. It's a gain of 9.
Wow, they did not get a good spot, Brian. They did not get a good spot.
It looked like it actually looked like one of the officials pointed as if it was a first down. One on the near side is, and now they finally do say it's a first down. So 1st and 10 for Lower at about the 22-yard line of Middle Township. They trail 7-0. Ray in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws. It's tipped and incomplete. Tipped by Jerry White. And 2nd and 10 now for Lower. They trail 7-0, 7.5 to go in the third quarter. White came off the edge, and it was an easy tip for him.
Yeah, it was
really.
a very big athletic play.
Ray in the shotgun again. Cronin goes in motion. They hand it off to Hebron, hit at the line of scrimmage, breaks that tackle, and then Dave Julian with a shoestring tackle to hold him to a 2-yard gain. Otherwise, Hebron may have been off to the races on the near side. So it's third. Actually gave him just one. It's 3rd and 9 for Lower Cape May.
Marcus Hebron now.
Middle Township's a little confused on defense here. They ran some players off very late. Ray fakes it, rolls to the far side, throws, caught by Lawler. But he's going to be way short of the first down. It's a pickup of about 4. And it's going to bring up 4th and 5. And Lower Cape May is going to go for it.
Middle Township, they sniffed that one out. Did a good job of bringing Lawler down, as Brian said, well short of the first down, but in the territory where you can go.
Yeah, and it's probably more closer to 4th and 6 than it is 4th and 5. Ball at the 19-yard line. Ray back to pass. He's under a rush. He's going to run. He's got some room, and he's going to be short of the first down, though. He goes out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. That's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. And Middle Township holds defensively, and they're going to take over at their own 14-yard line. 6:01 to go in the third quarter. Fish and Fancy in Uptown Villas is the locals' favorite for fresh seafood takeout. Reserve party trays today. Fish and Fancy is open year-round. 2406 Bay Shore Road in Uptown Villas.
Well, Brian, that was a big opportunity with Lower K-Man getting the ball on the middle 32-yard line.
Hand off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez spinning his way through the defense, and he picks up close to 5 on first down.
Only able to pick up that one first down.
Second and 5 for Middle Township here at their own 19. 7-0 Middle. 5.5 to go third quarter. Final game of the regular season. Winner wins the Anchor Bowl trophy and the West Jersey Football League's United Division. Rodriguez fumbled at the end of the run, but he was down, and the officials were all over that right away, and he does pick up a first down.
He might have, that looked like it could have been a questionable late hit. He was already on the ground, and then he got squashed from behind.
Well, I think it was. I think part of the reason for that, buddy, was the ball came loose, so the defender was jumping into the area, and after he leaped, the whistle sounded. So I guess that's why there's no late hit. Handoff to Julian, and he gets 6 outside to 30 to the 31. And you know, this right here, the way Middle Township has been running their offense, buddy, they could really put the ball away, put the game away with a long drive here. You know, if they pick up 5, 6, 8 yards, go on 12, 13 play drives like they've been doing all night and score, they could run out the rest of this quarter and have a 2-touchdown lead to go into the fourth. Here's a handoff to Julian. He's got big running room this time, outside the 40 to about the 43. And that is a pickup of 12 and a first down.
And as Brian said, that moves the chains. keeps the clock running. We're going to be coming up on the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. And again, the time of possession very lopsided in Middle Township's favor.
Handoff to Rodriguez this time. Tries the outside, cuts it back, picks up maybe 2 or 3.
But not at all indicated by the score, as the Panthers lead the Tigers 7-0.
Second down and 7 for Middle Township. Ball just shy of the 46-yard line. Handoff to Julian. Dives forward, just shy of midfield. Pickup of about 3 or 4. And it'll bring up 3rd and 4. Third and 4 for Middle. Ball at their own 49-yard line. They lead 7-0. Clock is inside 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Brett Knapp goes up under center here. Takes the snap, hands to Julian, tries the left side, has a first down and more. Breaking tackle, still on his feet, inside the 40-yard line.
Wow. That was very impressive. David Julian just shows his dominance and the inability to bring him down after an initial hit.
Well, physically, buddy, he is probably the most imposing player on the field here for these two teams. I mean, he is a big kid. And, you know, Middle Township coach Frank Rigitano, we've said it countless times on the radio this year, he believes that he's the best defensive player he's had in his coaching career, and that's saying a lot. But he's obviously been a workhorse at the fullback position as well. This time, Lower stops him for little or no gain. Bring up 2nd and long. And there's no worrying about next week here. You keep feeding Julian. He's got a ton of carries here tonight. So 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 38-yard line of Lower Cape May. 1:40 to go. Third quarter. The clock is moving. Knapp is under center. Backs are split this time. Zarfati goes in motion to the far side, resets. Knapp hands to Rodriguez, turning the corner on the right side. He's got a big gain and a first down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Remy Rodriguez does not need a lot of daylight. Boy, he hits that block out there wide and just cuts it back. And that was just another great run by the freshman.
Gain of 11. Be 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line of Lower Cape May. Knapp hands to Julian. And he broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, lunged forward, and ends up making this a pretty decent gain on first down. He got about 4 or 5 down to the 21. 2nd and 5. 33 seconds to go in the third quarter. Middle leads at 7-0.
And Brian, with that last carry, David Julian is now at 105 yards.
Timeout on the field. Lower Cape May calls a timeout. 7-0 Middle, 23 seconds to go third quarter. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 the Coast. Heater repaired or serviced ahead of the cold winter months, give North Wildwood Mechanical a call, 609-305-4259. And we have another run by Rodriguez, and he's got the first down as he's inside the 15-yard line to the 14. Gain of 7.
And unofficially, Brian, that's going to put Remy Rodriguez at 99 yards. David Julian has already crossed over.
I love how you say I love how you say unofficially, buddy. You're as official as anybody else. Who else is keeping stats? I mean,
David Julian has 105 yards.
1st and 10 for Middle. They hand it to Julian, and he is inside the 10. Another good first down run. This is what Middle has done all night. Gain of 6. They've been getting 4, 5, 6 yards on first down. That is the final play of the third quarter. We'll be back with the fourth right after this 30-second break. 7-0 Middle Township. High school football on 98.7 The Coast. High school football on the coast brought to you by Carney's, the locals hotspot for all your holiday fun in Cape May. Remember, Carney's is open tonight on Thanksgiving Eve, and they do have live music. And all of a sudden, half the people in the press box just left on their way to Carney's.
Yeah, on their way to Carney's or, well, it's a lower Cape May crowd, so you never know. It could be going to 5 West.
Leave it to Buddy Tarbot. If you have a business out there that doesn't sponsor on 98.7 The Coast, he'll be sure to mention it on air. First play of the fourth quarter here with Middle Township leading 7-0. They have it 1st and 10 goal at the 9. Rodriguez sweeping to the left. Actually, excuse me, it was a second down play, 2nd down and 5, and Rodriguez picks up maybe 1.
And that will put Remy Rodriguez at exactly 100 yards on 17 carries. David Julian, 21 carries, 111 yards.
And you would think with all that rushing, all those yards rushing, Middle Township would have a bigger lead than they do. Now they're in position here to really take control of this game. They're up 7-0 here. They have it 3rd down and 5 at the 8. Nab takes a low snap, will run it himself, cuts back. He's in the end zone, but there's a flag thrown, and this is going to come back. It's in the area of holding, and that's exactly what we have. And again, at the high school level, holding penalties, for the most part, are spot of the foul penalties. So this flag was thrown back at the 12, so this could end up being about a 13-yard penalty here.
You know, so Brian, we did mention the fact that Lower Cape May has a big student section here tonight. Well, looking across the field, Middle Township has a big student section as well. Middle Township, speaking of Middle Township, they call a timeout now. So timeout on the field, 11:05 to go in the game. Middle leads at 7-0. Back after this 30-second break, 98.7 The Coast.
All right, back at Lower Cape May, Reef Family Pharmacy offers a drive-through pickup window, free local delivery service, and prescription refills ordered on their app. Reef Family Pharmacy makes it easy to stay healthy. Visit reeffamilypharmacy.com. That penalty moves it back to about a 3rd and 16 for Middle Township now. Nab in the shotgun, hands it to Julian. Julian's going to throw to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown by Michael Zarfati. And there's going to be a flags thrown for taunting, but the touchdown will stand. Julian takes the handoff and then throws it to 19-yard touchdown pass to Michael Zarfati. So it's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and I believe they will assess that on the kickoff. So Licata's on for the extra point. Middle leads at 13-0 with 10:59 to go in the football game. Licata's on for the extra point kick. Nab's the holder. Zarfati is the long snapper. Snap and hold are good. Licata's kick is also good. 14-0 Middle, 10:59 to go, fourth quarter. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 the Coast. High school football on the coast, in particular, our live video stream brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance for all of your appliance repair needs in Cape May County. 609-399-4398. David Julian has done a ton running the football tonight for Middle Township, but his halfback or fullback pass, I should say, may be the biggest play of this game and may have just given Middle Township an insurmountable lead. The 19-yard pass on the trick play to Michael Zarfati gives Middle the 14-0 lead with a tick under 11 minutes to go in the football game. Now, that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that was called on Middle after the touchdown moves the kickoff back to the 25, so Lower Cape May should have very good field position here. Licata kicks it deep. It's taken by Lawler. He comes across the 30, trying to get across the 35, cuts it across the 40, still on his feet, and finally taken out of bounds up close to the Middle Township 45-yard line.
And, Brian, that was Matt Frame who had the back of Lawler's jersey. And that's, you talk about saving a touchdown. Frame's ability to hang on and really stretch that jersey out until a teammate could come over and then hit Lawler and knock him out of bounds.
So they mark it at the 46 of Middle. 1st and 10 for Lower Cape May. They're going to have to work quickly, down 2 scores with less than 11 minutes to go. Ray hands to Hebron. Hebron sticks his head down, breaks an initial tackle, and then goes down after a gain of about 3. Second and 7 for Lower Cape May. 10.5 to go. Middle 14, Lower Cape May nothing. And ball at the 43-yard line of Lower Cape May. Of Middle Township. 2nd and 7. Ray in the shotgun here. Takes the snap. It's a quick pass. It's a hook and lateral, and it's a nice gain for Lower Cape May. They'll have a first down. They threw it to Braswell Thomas, who tossed it to Hebron. And it's a gain of about 10 and a first down. And, buddy, if you're scoring at home or in the press box, as you are, those yards by Hebron are actually receiving yards, even though he doesn't get a catch, if that makes any sense. 1st and 10 at the 35. Fake handoff. Ray throws, and it is nearly intercepted. He was looking for Archie Lawler. I believe Remy Rodriguez, it's either Rodriguez or Brett Knabb, came into the area and disrupted that play, and it's incomplete.
Well, again, Middle Township defensively, the defense has not been on the field much tonight as the offense has absolutely dominated this football game. But the defense there did come up with a big play. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
And they're going to reverse here. And running with the football is Thomas. They're going to say he's down. He fumbled it. He ended up losing 2 yards, but the ground caused the fumble.
And he tripped as he was coming around deep in that lower Cape May backfield.
We'll call it a loss of 1. Bring up 3rd and 11. So Lower tries two trick plays in the span of 3 plays, and one of them worked. The second one didn't. It'll bring up 3rd and 11, and this is a huge play for Lower here. And they are certainly in a 4-down situation, trailing by 2 scores. 3rd down and 11 at the middle 36. Ray's back to pass. He's going to throw it deep, and it is too far and incomplete for Archie Lawler. Remy Rodriguez, and I believe that was Isaiah Carr-Wing on the coverage. No, actually, it was Anthony Trombetta, buddy. Anthony Trombetta on the coverage, sophomore. Bring up 4th and 11.
Well, obviously, Lower Cape May has to go for it.
Yeah, I'm not particularly fond of the decision there. You know, on 3rd and 11, I think you try to get 5 or 6 yards there. You try to very low percentage pass into double coverage, and now you got to get 11 on 4th down. Ray back to pass. He's under a rush. He rolls to the near side. He's going to throw. It is caught, but short of the 1st down is Archie Lawler. It's going to be a gain of about 9, and he's going to be about 2 yards short of the 1st down, and Middle will take over on downs.
And that was just the 23rd play from scrimmage that Lower Cape May has ran in this football game tonight.
So Middle will take over at their own 27 with 8:52 to go. And the way Middle has possessed the football tonight, if they start just doing what they've done all night, 5-6 yard gains and 8 and 10 and 12 play drives, this game might already be over. Hand off to Julian, and he's got a lot of room here, and he's dragging people all the way up close to the 40, and it's a pickup of 13 and a 1st down. He's been a workhorse tonight, and you know he's such a big, strong kid that he just wears on you, and you get in the 4th quarters of close games, and this is where he really, really becomes effective. You see that last running play if you're watching our live video stream there. A great run for 13 yards. LeBoy goes in motion, but we're going to have a legal procedure here. It seemed like everybody moved except the ball was never snapped. That'll be another penalty on Middle. You know, they've been a very good team in terms of penalties this year, buddy, but they've picked up quite a few tonight.
Yes, they have picked up quite a few. But on the positive side, if there is a positive side to being penalized, they've been able to gain back that yardage and move the football continuously.
It's a handoff to Julian, breaks a tackle, and now he's down the left sideline, racing toward the end zone. He's finally taken down inside the 20 by Braswell Thomas. That is a 37-yard run by David Julian. and a first down to the 18-yard line. And, Lower Cape May might need a minor miracle here with Middle inside the 20, leading by 2 scores as the clock approaches 7 minutes to go in the game. Another handoff to Julian, and he's got another big run of about 13 yards and a first down inside the 10.
In his second half, he's gained 113 yards in the second half, Brian. Tackle on the 55 he had in the first half, and he's off to a monster game at 168 yards rushing.
Now, when you have big games like this, you want to rely on your experienced seniors, and David Julian has really come through for Middle Township tonight. First and goal at the 6. They hand it to Julian again, and the ball came out, but the referees are ruling that it was down. It was a gain of about 3, or that he was down. Bring up second and goal from the 3. .6:25 to go in the game. 14-0 Middle Township, and they are looking to put the nail in Lower Cape May's coffin here with another score here.
And one of their offensive linemen, number 71, Michael Camp, just hobbled off under his own power to the sideline. He's another sophomore, another big kid.
Second and goal from the 3. Nab comes up under center. LeBoy goes in motion. They hand it to Julian. He dives forward, and he is in for the touchdown. 3-yard touchdown run by David Julian. He has now run for 2 touchdowns and thrown another. And with 5:42 to go, that puts Middle Township in firm control. They lead it 20-0 with Jerome Licata's extra point kick coming. And one thing we failed to mention, buddy, is that Licata has had a tremendous year kicking the football for Middle Township. He's 30 for 34 on extra point kicks. He's 2 for 3 on field goals this year. He has a long of 38. That 38-yarder is actually a school record. His lone miss was a kick that hit the crossbar from 42 yards out at Collingswood that may have given Middle a win in a game they lost in overtime. Licata's extra point is good, and it's 21-0 Middle Township. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 the Coast. All right, we are back. Stephen Steger Memorial Field. Brian Kniff with Buddy Tarbot. And 21-0. Middle Township now leads Lower Cape May. David Julian, 3-yard touchdown run with 5:42 to play in the football game. And Licata's kick is high. Little on the short side. It bounces at the 15, picked up by Lawler. Cuts it upfield at the 30. Good return up to about the 35.
And Julian Bryan, 25 carries, 177 yards, and he's played a part in all 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing TDs, and then that touchdown pass to Michael Zarfati off that trick play. And I would say David Julian is having his final game of his high school career, one to remember.
Yes, no question about it.
And thankfully, because the legend himself, Matt Ulmer, is here streaming. It'll be one of those games that he can save for, to show his kids and his kids' kids.
Hunter Ray, a pass, nice one, caught by Lawler. Lawler gets up to close to midfield. There is a flag coming in, and I believe this might be a face mask on Middle Township. Actually, the face mask is going to be against Lower. So I guess Lawler on his stiff arm must have grabbed the face mask of the Middle Township player. You can put your hand on the face mask with the stiff arm, but you can't grab it and pull it.
Wow, that was
it's
nice
a 15-yard penalty.
Yep, that was a very nice play.
So after all of that, it ends up being second, and it should be still first down. They have second in the box, but no, now it is changed to first down. So it's first and 11. Ray back to pass, scrambling, taken down, got back to the line of scrimmage, so it's no gain.
That was Jerry White in on that sack, as well as Tyree Moore. And again, two sophomores.
Yeah, I mean, Nab, we've talked about it quite a few times about this middle team, buddy. Nab and Julian as seniors do so much for this middle team, but for the most part, this is a very, very young football team. Ray in the shotgun here. Second down and 11. Throws over the middle. Caught by Lawler. And he's taken down. He took a big hit from behind from Isaiah Carr wing. Got across midfield. It is a first down. It's a gain of about 17. They mark it at the 49. 4:25 to go. Lower trailing Middle, 21-0.
That was a nice pass from Hunter Ray, and Ray just a sophomore as well, as he finds his junior wide receiver, Archie Lawler. So Lower has the ball in the middle, 49 now.
Fake a handoff. Ray rolls to the near side. He's throwing deep to the near side, looking for Braswell Thomas. Incomplete. And he was very, very well covered
that was
by Zamar Wakefield.
Again, Zamar Wakefield did a good job there of in coverage. But again, Hunter Ray, another sophomore, talented quarterback. And Lawler, just a junior.
Second down and 10 for Lower at their own 49. Ray hands off to Hebron. He's got big running room. This will be Lower's biggest running play of the evening by far. It's a gain of 22 and a first down. .340 to go as the clock is moving.
That 22-yard pickup will now give Hebron 37 yards on the night, Brian.
Hand off to Hebron again. And he's down inside the 15 to the 14, or excuse me, inside the 25 to the 24. That's a pickup of about 5. Lower Cape May moving quickly here, trailing by 3 scores, a little over 3 minutes left. Ray back to pass. He's throwing toward the end zone, incomplete, looking for Braswell Thomas. It's a bit overthrown. So 3rd and 5.
Hunter Ray 6 for 14 through the air in tonight's game.
He's actually been better in the second half. I believe he started 0 of 5. So he's 6 for his last 9. Third down and 5. Ray hands it off on a bit of a delay to Hebron. Breaks a tackle, gets it first down. That's a nice run there. Hebron gets down inside the 20. Oh, we have a flag. It's a hold on Lower Cape May. So that'll negate about a 7-yard gain and a first down.
Tough break right there for Marcus Hebron.
To 8. But Lower does prevent the shutout. This is.
And I would figure Lower would score as soon as the legendary Lower alumnus left the press box, Mr. Dave Weinberg, because he had to get home because his wife called him, said the stuffing, everything was being ready, and she needed the big turkey home. So out the door he scampered.
Gobble, gobble. So as we line up for this kickoff, buddy, we have a lot of people to thank. First of all the people at 98.7 The Coast, the board ops, the people behind the scenes, all of our sponsors who help us bring these games on, and we know how much it means to the kids to have the games not only on the radio but especially on the live video streams. And we got the best in the business tonight with us, Matt Ulmer, handling this stream here.
Which we were extremely happy.
So it is an onside kick. Oh, this ball is loose. I think Lower Cape May's got it. They did a little trickery there as one player ran across it, didn't kick it, and a second player did. And Middle Township was not ready. And Lower Cape May will have it at the Middle Township 47 with 1:22 to go. And well, Lower not going away quietly, so good for them for playing the whole thing out here.
Yes, absolutely.
Ray in the shotgun on first down. They hand it to Cronin, who tosses back to Braswell Thomas. He wants to throw it, and he does, just heaves it toward the middle of the field, incomplete. That was a good play by Thomas. Otherwise, he would have been sacked for a loss of about 13 yards.
Yeah, he was being heavily pursued by a couple of Middle Township Panthers, and as Brian said, they were right on him, and he just threw that ball hoping that it would hit the turf if it didn't find a Lower Cape May player. 1:13 to play. It's 21-8. Middle Township on top, but Lower Cape May just recovered the onside kick. So they are still in business.
Cronin goes in motion. They hand it off to Hebron. Good run, still on his feet. And he got about 6 or 7.
Sounds like Middle Township's calling a timeout. No, Lower. All right, that makes sense. Lower Cape May calling.
I believe they're out now. That's their final one. So final timeout there. We'll take our final timeout as well. 30-second break, 98.7 The Coast. My feet just got really cold. Yeah. .104 to play. Lower Cape May trailing Middle 21-8. They have the ball. 3rd down and 4. The Middle 42. Hunter Ray back to pass. Eludes the rush. Rolls to his right. Fires. And it is incomplete. And he was looking for Archie Lawler.
55 seconds left. And again, it's Middle Township 21, Lower Cape May 8. Not only the Anchor Bowl trophy on the line, but even more importantly, the West Jersey Football League United Division Championship, as both squads came into tonight's contest 4-0 in the division.
4th and 4. And they toss it to Hebron, and he won't get the first down. David Julian with the tackle, and it tackles him for no gain. And that's going to do it. With 49 seconds left, Middle just needs to come out and take 2 knees to wrap this one up.
And Brian, unfortunately for Lower Cape May, besides coming out on the short end on the scoreboard, but Marcus Hebron rushed for just 62 yards. So he is going to be 38 yards short of that 1,000-yard mark.
And you know, there have not been a ton of 1,000-yard rushers here at Lower Cape May. They have a banner in the gym. They've only had about a half a dozen or so. Middle in victory formation here. As Nab takes the snap, takes the knee. And they'll have to do that one more time. But Middle Township is going to win this Anchor Bowl and the West Jersey Football League United Division with a 21-8 victory over Lower Cape May. For Mark Hunter back at the studio, all of our gracious sponsors, for Matt Ulmer on the live video stream, and my partner, Buddy Tarbot. And once again, Middle Township is your United Division champion and the winner of the Anchor Bowl for the 2021 season, as they beat Lower Cape May 21-8. This has been high school football on 98.7 The Coast.
Oh, my God. What's that? Nah. Well, Brian's going down to do